is the semi-final round count in the Super Indy 9 tournament. Introducing first from Sleepy Hollow, weighing at 155 pounds, Frightmare.
We are now in the second round of the Super Indy 9 tournament. Frightmare, who overcame Louis Lyndon in the opening round, returns for competition against one and only Shiima Xion, looking to become a Triple Crown champion tonight and capture his first Super Indy championship. Impressive first round victory. Hoping to carry on that momentum, but we may not have much time.
Oh my God! Frightmare kicking it off right. I am big time pumping this match, and he is in control. Back in the ring goes Shiima.
Right out of the blocks comes Frightmare. Knows Shiima's state of mind, knows how Shiima likes to primp and posture, would not give him that opportunity in the semifinal round.
Shiima cuts him off, big knee, Irish whip. Frightmare, the big knee to Shiima.
We talked about the speed, we talked about the agility of Frightmare. Will play its hand more so as this tournament continues. As the bigger men start to tire down, Frightmare should still have some gas left in the tank. We're seeing that now, the standing shooting star for one.
And if you've ever watched any of Frightmare's matches, you know, really big tank with that energy. One of the most energetic wrestlers I've ever seen. This is actually one of the other few advantages he has to being 4'4". So.
Yeah, but he missed with that dive. Very effective, you know, basic, and it's not. That'll get the
cover
job
for two.
done right there. Kick to the right in the mush.
Shiima Xion turns on the aggression and starts to take control. Shiima has been working on a crossface these past several months that, if he utilizes here tonight, could spell the end for Frightmare. And it looks that Shiima may be beginning to work on the neck of Frightmare already. Only count of one, however. Great ring positioning by the young Frightmare to get himself off his back.
Shiima.
Follow it up with a Ray trailer leg drop. That would be great. That'll do the trick too, though.
Inverted atomic drop.
Oh my God, what could he be going for? Oh, vaulted him up.
Drop in some circles. What's that? I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
No problem whatsoever. Larry Sweeney, he just vaulted him in the air with his feet and kicked him on the way down.
Yeah.
Frightmare in a world of hurt right now, and more punishment is to come, apparently.
You know, this is something that may have been said, may not have been said, but I will vouch for it as the truth. Shiima Xion may originally hail from the Philippines, currently works out at the gym owned by Big Bully Busey. Did you know that, Dombrowski?
I did not know that.
See, that's why you love having me around. And
You
I
scoop me.
And I see it in your eyes, and I am a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm more happy to be there than I am uncomfortable that's made by you.
Well, thank you. 2 count by Shiima Xion in the ring as he, for a second time, just vaults Frightmare across the air.
Working on that neck, and what a glowing tribute to Big Bully Busick if he would win this with the stump puller.
I was just going to say, do you think we'll see a stump puller tonight?
Amazing leg strength by Shiima Xion coming to play so far.
Well, I was talking to Shiima about it, and I said, well, what kind of advice did Big Bully Busey give you about about your wrestling career? He said, grow a mustache, kid.
There you go.
And he hasn't done it yet, so maybe he's not ready.
Wow.
Because
Kick to the face.
You take the advice of veterans like that and show them no respect by not following it. That's not getting off on the right foot. Although I wouldn't say that this tactic that he's using right now is really doing him a lot of favors. Kind of showboating.
Shiima shows no respect to no one, not Big Bully Busick, not Frightmare, and certainly not any of the fans here in attendance. Big moonsault coming up. Didn't get all of it, but possibly no. 2 count only.
Well, Shiima's been going to make a statement here thus far. He's been relentless on Frightmare. We have not seen a typical Shiima Xion matchup, but these kicks, the legs of Shiima, have been a part of his arsenal since almost the first moment of this matchup. The corkscrew, nobody home. Took too much time to set it up.
Frightmare go for something big.
A pump handle driver, could that be all? 2, another fall.
Part of the problem that Frightmare is going to face, again, is it's just so much easier to kick out of pins put on by a smaller guy. Even after a very effective move like that.
Frightmare would love to pin the former IWC champion here. Put his name on the back. Beautiful neck breaker.
Oh, there it is.
Knee collapse, strikes again, no near fall.
On the last match, not enough to put down Shiima Xion. Shiima Xion is focused, and he has his eyes set on the winning this entire tournament.
Frightmare didn't get all of that. It looked like he went more shin instead of knees on that. Maybe misjudged the flip just a little. Oh!
Ran right into a kick.
One of the best super kicks in the business.
Oh no, what could he be setting up? Surfboard, perhaps.
Elevating Frightmare. Frightmare just got driven down. Let Frightmare go, gave him an opportunity to escape, and just drove him down the back of his neck, and you can see the visible emotion on Shiima that he was unable to put his man away.
Shiima should not be wasting any time here. Stay on top of Frightmare while you have the advantage. If you have a chance to end this second round early, you take it.
Frightmare finding it off. Here we go. Something big coming up right now. No. Shiima catch.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chuck.
Great wherewithal by Shiima Xion. Chaps Frightmare on top. This could be a game changer.
Oh! No.
Elevated hostile makeover.
Wow. A game fight by Frightmare, but Shiima Xion moves on.
I have never seen that from Shiima Xion before. One time was a charm.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and advancing to the finals, Shiima Xion.
We have our first name in the final field of 3, the first ever 3-way Super Indy final matchup. We've seen Shiima Xion use that hostile makeover, that face eraser, many times throughout the years. Never from the top rope, never with that velocity, never with that impact. Shiima Xion pulled out a kill shot tonight and got the job done. Shiima Xion has a 33% chance of being a Triple Crown champion by the end of this night.
Frightmare is still down. What an awesome finishing maneuver by Shiima Xion.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Argentina, please welcome back Azrieal.
The good guy Azrieal has made it to the semifinals of Super Indy in the past, but has never made it all the way. Tonight he has the opportunity to redeem himself from Super Indy 6 many years ago, but can he do it against inarguably the freshest athlete in this tournament remaining?
That's my boy! All the way for this guy right here. All the way for Colin Delaney.
Sweeney's pick, Colin Delaney. Statistically, it's got to be in his favor. Didn't need much work to overcome Justin Idol in the first round, thanks to the disgusting actions of Eric Lee Schwab, the former Air Density. Colin Delaney obviously had nothing to do with that, but has a chance to cash in and benefit. He's got the psychological advantage, I would think, over Azrieal. Though keep in mind, Azrieal overcame Hentai by questionable circumstances as well.
Exactly. Azrieal didn't exactly have a tough road to hoe there himself. He got out of it kind of easy.
Easy by Hentai standards, perhaps, but he had to fight his way to that point in the match.
Oh, well, very true, but my point being he didn't have to exhaust himself trying to beat Hentai.
Right.
a guy in a mask and some gravity did that for him.
Yes, and we still don't know. We have no hot news on who was behind that mask or who put anybody up to it. We don't know anything. We have not seen anything suspicious in the back.
Suspects include
Len Denton.
Oh, get out of here, you two, with your Len Dentons.
Al Madrill,
Yeah. We're going to see a handshake center of the
Mega
ring.
Maharishi.
Oh, get out of here. Don't get all transcendental on me.
It could be anyone. Don Owen.
Side headlock by Azrieal. Colin Delaney able to reverse things. Colin Delaney's used to being an underdog here, but
Billy Joe Travis.
not so much the case here in this tournament. Deep arm drag takedown by the good guy.
Billy Jack Haynes,
Anyone could be under the mask.
including CJ Sensation.
I don't think Hentai would find this so funny, gentlemen.
Vicky Gambino.
I somehow doubt that.
These guys, both of them started out in very successful even tag teams, and now they've definitely made a name for themselves in singles competition. Wow!
Wow, look at that balance right there.
That was incredible!
Colin able to get the upper hand. Second arm drag
Colin
takedown.
Delaney ripping stuff up right now. He's going for some big dive right here, maybe.
Innovative offense by both. Suicide dive. Colin connects.
Colin Delaney fired up. He wants this one bad.
He's got the crowd support. You see that homage to Tommy Dreamer a moment ago as well. But Azrieal caught Colin Delaney coming back in. Colin took his eye off the ball for a split second. It was enough for Azrieal to attempt to mount a comeback, but now a second time.
Driving him right into that guardrail.
Putting it all on the line twice to get a victory right here, Colin Delaney.
It could have been Tony Atlas under that mask. He doesn't have a job right now.
Great camera work as usual by Digital Horizons, dhvideos.com, Tony F, the whole gang.
That's right, Colin Delaney, baby. Oh, come on now.
Sweeney excited about Colin Delaney, but tough road to overcome.
Excited about that shot, Jesus.
That's right, get him back, Colin.
Back at you.
That's right, Colin.
The games are over. The physicality has been upped.
Ooh, that's illegal, that closed fist right to the head. Part of Azrieal. Referee overlooking it. I don't know who these referees are, Dombrowski. I've been gone for a while, and I'm not asking you to tell me who they are. Pile driving, Colin. Finish it.
That would finish it.
Uh-oh, don't let him backdrop you.
Fighting it.
Oh!
Spine first on the solid steel.
Clearly, Colin Delaney did not hear Larry Sweeney clean over here.
Yeah,
One piece of advice.
And
I
Farnsworth,
gave really good advice.
that is a very heavy ramp, Farnsworth.
Trust me, I know.
Colin Delaney has taken many beatings in his career, some very famous beatings, but man, that's got to be up there with all of them.
It's well within the realm of possibility that Azrieal could advance to the finals on 2 count-out victories.
That's unprecedented. It could happen. Azrieal's found a formula. See if it works.
Colin!
Got money on this
Me
match?
shouting.
Got money on this?
I just like Colin. I haven't seen him in a while.
I like Colin too.
I don't know. He's not. Oh,
Well, Colin has to inch his way towards the ring. The officials at 8. Colin may miss this here. His Superman dreams. Colin,
That's right.
he got in. He got ahead in.
That's right. Colin Delaney, baby.
That's almost a judgment call. Colin got on the ring, not even in the ring.
he got like a hand in the ring. Enough, I
That's all
guess,
that
to
matters.
stop it.
All
Yep.
that matters is that referee made the call in the favor of Delaney. But man, oh, there we go. He's playing possum. Rolls him up. Come on now.
Could be all 2-0.
I don't know. That was a slow count. I think Azrieal barely got out of that one. Ooh, going.
Sweeney, what does Colin Delaney possess that makes him better than everybody else in this tournament?
He's
You're up.
Colin Delaney, baby. He's Colin Delaney.
He just got kicked in the face.
Yeah, he's like styrofoam. You can't keep him down, man.
Well, we'll put that to the test right now. No, near fall.
Delaney! He's getting Azrieal frustrated. That's good. Azrieal, you know, he's from Argentina. Got that hot Latino blood.
There you go.
You get him riled up. He'll lose his cool. That was a hard body. He follows that up very effectively. Got to give credit where it's due.
Absolutely. Cover doesn't hook a leg, however. Big mistake. And again, with
He's getting in his head already. You start forgetting those fundamentals. That's when you start slipping up. That's when you lose matches.
With the beatings that we've seen Colin take over the years, it's going to take Azrieal's best to keep Delaney down.
Yeah, that's right. The man is fearless. He's been in the ring with the great Khali. He survived. I mean, he didn't win, but he's still here, head above water. And he's still Colin Delaney.
5 minutes.
Kane, Big Daddy V, a number of others. Left Colin in bandages for a number of weeks. Azrieal, the aggressor right now, on Colin.
Colin hasn't been able to recover from that backdrop, and I don't blame him.
One of these men will join Shiima Xion in the finals.
Come on, Colin!
Azrieal ramming his back between those two turnbuckles. Smart offense. I would stay, get as many shots into the back as I could if I were Azrieal at this point.
Colin's got that resiliency though, but again, Azrieal going for a countout for the second time.
Yeah.
Azrieal could tell that was not going to work on that exchange. They're just going to beat the tar out of Delaney on the outside.
Come on,
start.
Oh,
Huge boot scrape right across the face. Nowhere for Delaney to go there. It was either boot or steel. No way to win. I think we're seeing a killer instinct come out of Azrieal that we haven't seen before in any of his endeavors here in IWC.
No.
What, you're saying he wasn't a killer when I defeated him? He was.
He
I
absolutely
defeated
was.
a killer, Dombrowski.
But this is a new
And
level.
Colin Delaney's going to do the same. Come on, Colin!
He very well may.
There he goes. That's right.
And if you're
These
the
guys have both been out there for a while.
if you're the official, what do you do if it's a double countout? We're down to one-on-one in the finals.
That's right. That's right.
I don't think Shiima would complain.
No.
Not a bit.
Actually, I mean, Shiima might complain. He's smart enough. A three-way in some ways, I mean, you do have to beat two guys, but I don't know. There are certain advantages that you can work there.
Certainly a very unique dynamic they're
Yeah.
at this year.
And if you're planning on that at the end, then to have the game changed on you, it can kind of affect your
That's
the way you present
definitely
yourself.
longer
in the
than
ring.
5. Definitely longer than 5. The referee holding back because it is a high-stakes match.
Right,
Just letting Azrieal get away with a lot of stuff.
Well, the referee knows that we want to see a decisive ending to this matchup.
The decisive ending that we want to see is Colin Delaney with the 1, 2, 3. That's right, baby.
That's
Come on, Colin.
the popular statement here. Colin
What the heck
tries
is
to
going on now?
elevate Azrieal
That's right, Colin. Land on those feet. He's quick like a cat. Meow.
back and forth. Suplex. Colin puts the brakes on.
A cat of the jungle, not no kitty cat. Suplex from the outside. That's right. Do it.
And the
no.
momentum
Oh.
takes both men over. Heart
Both
spill.
go over. Yeah, that's. Hoo-ah. You can injure all kinds of things on a fall like that. Down to the toes, feet, ankles, knees, all kinds of tendons and ligaments being put in the line when you take a spill like that. Not to mention the already injured back of Colin Delaney.
Yeah, very tough to determine who got the worst of that, but again, for the third time in this matchup, we risk ending in a countout. Referee's got to get some control. Colin's up first, but not by much. This could come down to whoever gets in the ring first. Count has not been broken. It's another judgment call by the official.
Azrieal's gonna get in. Oh, Colin's got more gas in the tank. Come on, baby. Come on, get out of the way of this drop kick. Get out of the way.
Look out, heel to the outside. Azrieal, huge burst of adrenaline and speed out of nowhere, collides with Colin, knowing just what we've talked about, how versatile Colin is, his high pain threshold. You gotta pull out all the stops to keep this kid down.
Yeah, and he is, man. He's taking a beating right now. Just to get into the ring at this point would be a victory of sorts.
Larry, let me ask you a strategy. If you're in this, how often are you going to the outside, knowing just how much damage you can do to yourself as well as versus the opponent?
Well, it's all the matter of who is in control of that decision to go to the outside.
Delaney able to counter.
He went, I believe, for a clothesline on the ropes, ended up kind of with a DDT there.
Yes.
Effective nonetheless, coming down the upper chest and throat area. Delaney to the top. That's right, baby! Drop kick!
Azrieal's midsection bounced off of that ring cable as well. It can rush the air out again, almost leads to 3.
That's special delivery Delaney right there.
Nicely done, but not quite enough. Give credit to Azrieal.
Yeah. And Azrieal's been on the offensive for the majority of this, so Delaney's gonna have to get some good licks in. Going for that bulldog headlock. Boom! No! Into the corner.
Colin fights free. Once again now, at a stalemate, back and forth for much of this match.
That's right, Colin. That's right.
Gets the roll up. Colin.
He didn't get it all the way. Didn't get the position.
But great adjustment mid-move by Colin. Slingshot.
Oh no, he hung on. Get up, Colin.
A double stomp on Azrieal especially, but Colin ducked out of the way. So Azrieal beats Sanjay in Super 86. But still fighting now. No clear-cut advantage. Azrieal with the strikes, the cutter. Is that gonna do it? 2, no.
That's right. Go, Colin. Colin's like Starman in old Nintendo Pro Wrestling, my favorite.
Can he survive the bulldog?
Oh, bulldog, no.
Colin's up, but just barely. Kick to the butt of the jaw.
You know, this is becoming a mercy killing.
Azrieal did it? No!
He's got more. That's right, baby.
Again, Colin's fighting.
On his 3rd, 4th wind at this point.
And I taught him a lot of this stuff too.
Unbelievable.
Determination, believing in yourself. That's what I taught Colin Delaney.
That's exactly what it is. Colin willing himself potentially to the Super Indy Finals.
That's right.
Knee to the head off the attempted hip lock. Great combo move by Colin. Did that do it? Azrieal looks knocked out here. No.
Not enough.
Could have been instinct. Whatever it was, it keeps Azrieal in the game.
Had he fallen forward instead of back, he may have been able to get the 3 count there, but he had to take enough time.
Corner, Colin.
This may have been the most competitive Super Indy matchup so far this year.
Yeah, that's right. I would agree with that assessment, Dombrowski. Correct. That's right, monkey flip coming up. No. Uh-oh.
Colin's got something in mind. Azrieal gets the monkey flip. Colin hits the corner.
Buckle. Colin's got to get up. He's got to get up. He can't.
Could this be double stomp here? Got it.
What he missed before, he hits right now. Strong
That's
cover.
good. That it done.
I'm disgusted. I'm out of here.
I'm sorry. Azrieal did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and advancing to the finals, Azrieal.
Jay Worth, now that you can get a word in edgewise here, perhaps for a moment or two, analyze this matchup, analyze Azrieal's chances at the end of this in the finals.
Well, as I was saying, both men sort of got an easy way in. And Azrieal has a great chance now, being that he technically has a little more energy than any of the other competitors that he'll be facing.
I don't know, I think after this matchup, that easy advantage may have been a little bit negated. But be that as it may, Azrieal gets farther than he did in Super Indy 6. He makes it to the finals, but there are 2 opponents. One is Shiima Xion, the other we don't know about yet. But the good guy, maybe the champion before night's end.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Naylor backstage at the IWC Super Indy Tournament, and I'm here with the very disgruntled and former tag team. You look like you're very intelligent. Have you ever been in a fight in your life? How would you like to have your face smashed in? Do it! Enough said. Emancipate yourself from stupidity and listen to what I have to say.
We can't hear you!
Hey, Sparky, get the hell out. Whoa! We are the longest reigning IWC Tag Team Champion. Not only do we deserve, but we demand our title match. We want our rematch, Clearfield, July 10th. I don't know if you paid attention. I don't know if you idiots paid attention, but it took 2 of them. This is pro wrestling.
It takes one to pin, not two. Two men pinned me down, and I still had enough strength to kick out just after three.
Listen, I am the Director of Operations and Wrestling Development for the International Wrestling Cartel, and nobody out there necessarily likes my decisions. I make my decisions based on what's right for this business and right for IWC.
Do what's right.
Fire yourself!
Listen to me, listen to me.
Why don't you do what's right and give us our title shots?
All right, July 10th.
Got a little fellas over here laughing and giggling because we just lost. What are you gonna do about that?
Well, I'm not going to do anything about the little fellas, but what I am going to do is grant you your rematch.
What are you going to do about those two dirty Wapdagos, the Gambinos?
Listen to me. Quit spitting in my face. It's simple. July 10th, Clearfield. It's simple. You get the rematch. And don't worry about the Gambinos. I'm bringing in extra security. This time, it'll be 2-on-2 for the IWC Tag Team Championship. You don't worry about the Gambinos. You worry about wrestling. You hear me? You got your rematch.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final semi-round bout, set for 1 fall and 20 minutes. Introducing to you once again from the Middle East, he's Prince Mustafa Ali.
As we are rejoined by Rob Naylor, who did a bang-up job standing up for himself a moment ago.
Those guys are bullies, man.
I know. And we apologize for some of their disparaging remarks towards the Gambino brothers, who do not belong in this building. I will admit that. Be that as it may, I think Airborne crossing the line just a little bit, but they do raise a gripe as far as two men in the pinfall, and as a result, I agree with the rematch.
I thought you meant you were going to agree that they were washed.
Hey! Prince Mustafa Ali, who's been the victim of some racism of his own in his mind, facing the whole shebang. Johnny Gargano won the Super Indy Championship from Jerry Lynn a couple of years ago. Forfeited that belt due to a debilitating back injury. Was never able to reclaim the championship. Was never able to overcome Super Hentai. But taking the scenic route to the ring right now, Johnny Gargano hopes to avenge that tonight. Hopes to get back on top of the Super Indy mountain for the second time. And this entrance may not be very intelligent. It's all about endurance. It's all about conserving your strength. Gargano's made 2 full laps around this building right now. He may tire himself out before this match even starts.
A very good point. Wasting energy on all of these idiots and half-breeds is only going to make it harder for him to beat my pick for the next Super Indy champ, Prince Mustafa Ali.
At least you're not calling them mouth breathers again.
You people thought I was joking last time when I said this. This time I'm dead serious. If you people disrespect me and chant USA, I'll increase gas prices to $25 a gallon, and there's not anything that any of you can do about it.
I drive a Toyota Echo. I can get like 80 miles to the gallon, so.
Honda Accent.
Well, Prince Mustafa Ali, let's hear from Gargano now.
You know something, Prince?
What kind of car does he drive?
If these people keep chanting USA, I may have to punch you right in the face.
Looks like someone's going to get punched in the face tonight.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
And the other scenario did.
Well, yeah, if you insult me, I do something to you. Johnny Gargano is just trying to get them to want him to punch him in the face.
I think it's a lot more likely that Johnny Gargano will punch him in the face than Mr. Ali will have any effect on the gas prices.
I think Johnny Gargano.
And there we have it.
Just making excuses to punch a guy in the face.
Well, while we have a moment to breathe still, let's talk about this. Prince Ali claims that his race and his religion and his beliefs and his background and ancestry is being judged above his wrestling ability. If that's the case, then why is he turning this into a country war by keeping our fans from chanting USA?
Because he feels disrespected by it. Because they have made it, they have taken it to the point where they are trying to make him feel as if he is not part of that. They are turning, how would you feel if wrestling became an insult to you? And every time someone walked in, you walked in here, someone said wrestling announcer, wrestling announcer. He's an American citizen,
That doesn't happen.
but they use it as an insult against him because these ignorant mouth breathers, thank you, Joe, have no idea how to view us as a world community.
Fine salt of the earth people here in Elizabeth. Nice tight side headlock there. Johnny Gargano's got him down.
Have you ever used any salt from the earth? No, because it's full of dirt and crap. You want a nice processed fine salt.
Prince Ali, who
Learning so much. Oh, what an awesome left hand Johnny Gargano has. Possibly the best in wrestling.
Ali certainly has done his part to force his beliefs and his viewpoints onto much of these wrestling fans. This is about the Super Indy Championship, and I intend to keep it that way, and Gargano does as well.
Gargano forcing his foot into Ali's stomach right there. That could not have been pretty.
We have 2/3 of the equation for the finals here. Ali duck and cover, but only work temporarily.
Would we call that a tiger feign kick to the chest there?
That's exactly what you'd call it.
Gargano, top turnbuckle, cross body, didn't have enough to follow through with a cover, and the Prince is begging off. Now usually he's on his knees for prayer, isn't he?
I hope so.
I thought we were just going to keep this as with wrestling, Joe. Well, let's not get racist.
There's
here.
no begging in wrestling.
There's plenty of begging. Are you kidding me? Have you ever tried to get paid?
Maybe in the prior administration, but be that as it may, Gargano in control.
Oh, big clothesline, rope-assisted clothesline at that. Gargano really taking control right now.
If you have pay issues with Chuck Roberts, you take it up with him. I'm fine and dandy.
Man, Chuck's having a rough night so far.
Gargano.
My contract rider's not being met.
Gargano pulled to the outside.
Oh!
Trips him up and just jacks him in the face with a hard right hand.
Prince taking control now.
Solid forearm to follow it up.
Imagine what would happen if we saw, wait, check this out. Gargano.
The hell?
Drops the Prince. What might have been throat first, maybe sternum first on that guardrail. Nowhere to go. It's about to muse about what if we had our first ever Middle Eastern born Super Indy champion, but that doesn't look like too big of a possibility right now.
Don't count him out yet.
Gargano going to give a tour all around the Court Time Sports Center here for the Prince.
The Prince trying to get a little distance, get himself some breathing room off of Gargano, but no luck.
Well, Gargano is relentless. This is the Prince. The Prince has been waiting for years to get a spot here in IWC, but Gargano's been waiting for a couple of years now to get the Super Indy title back around his waist. And again, it's got to feel so poorly.
Oh! Now I want to point out, now all of his kick offense, imagine how much more effective it would be with a nice hard curl at the point of that.
That is true as well. That goes back to that whole traditional type thing. I guess
So we're saying all he needs is a curled boot and perhaps a camel clutch, and he will be the complete wrestler.
Well, we'll see. We'll gauge the success here.
I've been very impressed so far with him.
I was about to say, my choice for Super Indy. I'm very impressed.
You gotta believe it bothers Johnny Gargano that he was Super Indy champion. We'll cover here 2-0. The doctors forced him on the shelf for 6 or 8 months. And by the time he gets back here, not only has Delirious had an incredible run with the championship, but now it's being surrendered to the Super Indy tournament. That was a year ago. Gargano hasn't had the championship since. And Gargano, check out the guts of Gargano. Just begging Ali to give him more. begging him to stay on the offensive. Gargano is not backing down here, and that's the stick-to-itiveness and the competitive spirit that caused these fans to sway back into Gargano's favor after that lengthy absence.
I think it's just that they can't remember anything longer than 48 hours.
No, I don't
so.
think that's true at all.
They're like in sparkly pants on them.
Big power slam. Very nicely done by the Prince for 2.
The Prince is uncharacteristically powerful. His frame might not show that, but he's done a lot of really impressive power-based offense so far this night. Fans rallying behind Gargano.
Prince, a Midwest standout. Training with the Tomasellis. Well-known family name in the Midwest, U.S. Prince gonna follow through. Nobody home. Gargano out of the way of the knee. Gargano out on his feet. Gotta get his legs on him.
Backflips out of the way.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
Oh, wow, that was smooth.
Right in the back of the head. That's gonna do it. No.
Nice move. Tripped the center of gravity out from under him and just torqued him down onto the back of his neck.
Using gravity as an offensive weapon. Very nicely done by the Prince, who continues to attempt to ground Gargano. Gargano can be so explosive in a moment's notice. We saw that earlier in the night with the Spirit of Shulo. Another example now. The lariat sends Ali flying head over heels. And that one opening was all Gargano needed here.
That was less a lariat and more a tackle that just happened to lead with an arm. He went right through him with that.
But Gargano sent to the outside. Momentum is against him, but he's in position with a spear, but Ali was scouting. Ali watched Gargano shoot. The follow-through's counter, and Gargano caught him the second time coming. Gargano, can he drape an arm? Get some sort of pinning combination.
He is wasting valuable time with this.
Does he realize where he is?
Even if he doesn't, he has to realize who's beside him.
Gargano trying to shake some feeling back into his anatomy. That second burst of adrenaline here. Shake the cobwebs, but the Prince is also recovering. The last spot in the final round of Super Indy at hand here. The southpaw with the left jabs. Gargano changes directions in mid-swing. Connects with a forearm. The inverted atomic drop to the tailbone.
Oh, that was beautiful. What an awesome string of maneuvers by Johnny Gargano.
Gargano's digging deep. Ali gets the foot up, but only temporary.
Oh!
Shot to the quadricep. The follow through into Gory. If Gargano can knot up that thigh muscle, it's going to take away a lot of Ali's offense.
Sandwiching him in between the buckles. What could he be going for here?
Charging with the knee. Second time with the back kick, but how much is Gargano taking out of himself? What does he have left in the system? The 2, an near fall. And keep in mind, both these men in the back of their minds have to know, based on their strategy, there's going to be one more match.
And who, in sort of a disadvantage, whoever wins this one has the least amount of recovery time of the 3 combatants in it.
Check out Gargano. You can see Gargano's body moving. You can see him feeling it here.
What a job.
The mind may be working faster than the body is right now. Gargano's got to hang with this. Beautiful counter into the armbar takedown.
Camel clutch. Larry Sweeney's going crazy somewhere right now. There it is. This could really be it right now.
Well, Gargano is smart enough to get his knees up under him, so it sort of weakens the hold a little bit on the back, but it's still, he's got his wrist right under his chin.
The more Gargano can elevate himself, that's the less torque from the back, the less the back has to bend as Ali pulls up on it. And that may have been Gargano's only saving grace in that exchange. Contact broken. Thrust kick.
Super kick.
Good night. Second time.
And a second, it's got to be it.
Gargano, finals no.
He just dimmed his lights with those 2 kicks.
And Gargano, you can see the desperation on his face. What must be done to make it to the final round?
I am shocked that he kicked out of that. I am absolutely shocked. Those 2 kicks were right on the money, and we both know just how hard of a strike a Gargano kick is. Oh!
Backcracker. Beautifully done. Could this be all? No.
What's it gonna take? What is it gonna take for Ali to win this match?
Azrieal already looking to reclaim himself in the finals. Imagine if Ali can join him. Imagine if Shiima would be facing 2 instances of fresh blood at once.
Yeah, both these guys are having a lot taken out of the tank with this match.
Prince, he's going for that oil change, but Gargano countered. Gargano not ready to be checked into the shop like a human javelin. Indy uniquely you. Hook in the leg won't be enough. Gargano's done it. Final round.
$25 a gallon in gas. Thanks, Gargano.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and advancing to the finals, Johnny Gargano.
Gargano is hurt. He is physically, mentally, and perhaps psychologically spent, but he's not done yet. Gargano continues to fight on, and we have the 3-way final. Johnny Gargano, Shiima Xion, and Azrieal, 3 of the top athletes you will find anywhere. What does Johnny Gargano have left, gentlemen?
Not much after that match. What a grueling match. Great performance by both men.
What he has left might be the most challenging match he's ever going to be in. He's taken a hell of a beating, and now he has 2 relatively fresher competitors, all looking to grab the same gold he wants.
It's 3 men, 1 dream. Only 7 athletes have made it there before. Who will push their body beyond its normal limits? Whose destiny is the Super Indy Championship?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce to you a gentleman that joined us several years ago out in White Oak, Pennsylvania. He was sitting out like you guys as fans watching a Super Indy event, and it was that event along with others that made him know that he wanted to become a professional wrestler. Several years later, Super Indy 6, he stood inside of this ring as the tournament champion and winner. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a man who's making his return to professional wrestling, a man that is coming back to his roots and to his home at IWC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the sweet and sour one, Louis Lyndon.
It's been a tough road for the sweet and sour one the past number of months. Certainly we won't get into all the details and all the personal situations, but it is so great to see Larry Sweeney back in IWC. The pride of Texarkana, 20-some time ICWA, Texarkana television champion, 2-time IWC Super Indy champion as well. Larry Sweeney's return is long overdue.
I love Larry Sweeney. So great to have Larry back here at IWC.
Certainly he's already made his mark on this DVD, but now to address the live crowd and strutting like no other. Jayworth, not quite the golden palomino anymore, but
now it looks like he's traded in the gold for some auburn locks, but he's still every bit the sweet and sour one.
The floor belongs to Larry Sweeney.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, it's been a while, but let's see if this one still works. Elizabeth P., I've got a question for you. Is Larry Sweeney looking good tonight or what? Oh boy. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Man alive. You know how long it's been since I've been in a wrestling ring? Too long, and this feels great. This feels great.
Ain't no doubt about it, kid!
Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. You know, it's a little bit bittersweet. It's a little bit bittersweet. You know, it's been a really long year. It's been a really long, at times really trying, really hard year. You know, this tournament has always meant a lot to me.
this tournament. Back in 2003, I was sitting, well, it was a different building. I guess I would have been right over there in the audience. I don't know if any of you guys were here. Remember Colt Cabana? Yeah. That was a Super Indy that he won. And then 4 years later, McKeesport, I was in this very ring with some of those guys back there right now, and I took home the gold. Yeah, man, this tournament. One of the best tournaments in professional wrestling, and IWC, one of the best promotions coast to coast. Ain't no doubt about it. But, yeah, you know, I'm going to keep this short. Thanks, man. We're going to keep this short. It's going to be a long night. We've got some great wrestling coming up. There's some people I want to thank. I've heard from a number of fans out here while I've been away. Thank you.
Yeah!
Really good to hear that. I wish he was here so I could thank him personally. Norm Connors was a guy who reached out to me a number of times. Great guy. Chuck for having me back. There's one guy in the back who, when I needed a friend, when I was down and out, let me tell you, baby, it was just like Dusty Rhodes said. I've wined and dined with kings and queens, and I slept in the alley eating pork and beans. That's no lie. One guy who was there for me. Please come out so I can thank you personally. Jimmy DeMarco.
Real big time.
This goes without saying, but this is not Jimmy DeMarco. This is the former fabulous one, now big league John McChesney, who challenges Jimmy DeMarco for the IWC Championship later tonight.
My elbows can't wrestle tonight. I'm hurt, man. I didn't want to tell these people. As far as I'm concerned, Larry Sweeney, you don't have the right to say a word in this building. You haven't been here for over a year and a half. This is my house, Larry Sweeney.
You know what to speak. You tell him, Big League.
I will tell him. Larry Sweeney, look at me. I'm not the same man I used to be. I'm big league John McChesney now. And when I look at you, you're not the same Larry Sweeney. And everyone here knows it.
He can still kick your ass.
You're not the Larry Sweeney that pile drove me on that ramp 2 years ago. You look more like the Larry Sweeney that I beat down and bloodied in a cage and won the Super Indy title from. You know what, Larry Sweeney? I've been watching this Super Indy tournament, and I've seen these fans, these idiots out here, chant, please come back to a lot of the wrestlers. Well, I'm going to tell you with 3 simple words. Please go home.
That is uncalled for. After the trials and tribulations Sweeney's overcome over the past year and a half, McChesney got to pick a fight with him. How classless can you get? How deplorable can you be? Sweeney thrown around, and Jimmy DeMarco there to save Sweeney. And our championship matchup is starting impromptu, so it seems.
Well, you know that Jimmy DeMarco wanted to get his hands on Big League. After the disrespect paid to him, he had no problem getting in the ring and making or at least helping with the save.
Jimmy DeMarco in fantastic shape and ready to take it to John McChesney. McChesney made his IWC return at the end of our last live event and targeted Jimmy DeMarco, knocked him out with brass knucks. And ever since, DeMarco and McChesney have been on a collision course, and we are seeing 2 combustible elements collide right now for the IWC title.
He's beating the tar out of him right now, and deservedly so after those actions earlier. And he just used someone's cane.
That is Jimmy DeMarco in a nutshell for you.
And
he's unethical. He's not socially acceptable, but he's damn proud of it, and it works.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I need to point out that he was driving that cane into Big League's Big League.
What?
And then proceeded to put it between his legs and sort of hump him with it. Can I say hump?
I think that ship has sailed.
I didn't see that on my monitor.
Action continuing on the outside. DH Video's Tony F getting you in on the action as DeMarco and McChesney battle all over the Court Time Sports Center here.
This is totally wild right now.
McChesney tried to make a statement at the behest of DeMarco some time ago, much as he did to Sweeney at the outset of this segment. But Jimmy DeMarco, a friend of Sweeney and a very proud man, is not going to stand for either infraction, but McChesney with a garbage can to the head. Jeez.
Yeah, this thing is just going all over the building right now.
Well, they're back towards the merchandise area.
Totally wild scene toward the merchandise area.
And things never go well for...
They're on the merchandise area. And this, no. Oh, McChesney. DDT. Head first on the table.
And these are not wooden tables. These are not fixed tables. That is a solid table.
The metal rack of shirts that just got buried on top of McChesney, a second one. You can hear the impact, and that table is bent, but certainly not broken. McChesney's body absorbed the bulk of that impact.
You call this order chop?
DeMarco and McChesney having trouble with our feed here. We've got it back now. McChesney sends DeMarco literally out the front door.
Hard shot by McChesney. Now he's taking him perhaps back to the ring. Back to the ringside area. Fans solidly behind Jimmy DeMarco here.
Hopefully, for the sake of everybody involved, this gets back towards the ring.
Hopefully, for the sake of the wrestlers, they shower immediately after this, after touching all those fans.
McChesney hits the steel, and that is not a rounded steel post. There are edges that can dig into your flesh. And now the match officially starts. IWC Championship. And McChesney going to try to slow down this tempo. And Jimmy DeMarco, I must say, with all these speculation and rumors about his well-being, physically, body-wise, DeMarco best shape of his career right now.
Yeah, I would not argue with that. This guy really is focused on his body. He's put a lot of time in the gym, and he's going to need all that gym time, all that power, all that strength training to beat John McChesney tonight.
DeMarco hoping to force McChesney to figuratively suck his muscles before the end of this match.
That's a great phrase.
God, I hope it's figuratively. You can never tell with the... you want to run off some of the titles?
Well, the Prime Minister Perversion, the Pope of Grope, the Lord of Lewd, the Duke of Debauchery, Lascivious Maximus, and of course, the Perpetual Pervert of Pittsburgh.
The best part is, for those who can't see us, Joe doesn't have any of those written down ever. He could rattle them off. He could rattle them off backward if we needed.
As if they were his own nicknames.
I didn't even mention the Pharaoh of Fornication. But right now, that's not what it's about. It's about DeMarco standing up for himself as a man and fighting with pride. McChesney took his ball and went home several months ago. He said you would never see fabulous John McChesney again. Oh my God. What is he doing? Don't answer that question. It was rhetorical.
Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, this is one of the grossest things I've been privy to.
You haven't been around very long, I can tell.
This is actually relatively tame.
We'll let the actions paint the picture. But there you see DeMarco firing back with a personal insult and raining McChesney's head into the canvas. But Fabulous took his ball and went home, said we'd never see him again. Little did we know that that was a complete change of mindset. He came back big league and focusing on the top title.
Focusing on elbowing him right in the head right now as he backs away to the corner, charges.
And I find it very cryptic and frightening what McChesney said at the end of that diatribe. what Team Big League doesn't travel alone, something to that extent. And hopefully we won't see anything of that in play. But DeMarco, his leg is caught in the top turnbuckle. He can very easily break a leg or tear a knee like this.
Yeah, you can definitely tear some ligaments right here. This is a very precarious position.
Referee's got to get DeMarco out of this now.
Oh, this could be the beginning of the end for DeMarco. A very debilitating knee injury.
And
could be in this.
we know DeMarco very well. He's too proud to quit. No matter what's hurt, no matter what's damaged, no matter what he's got to do, he will not quit, will Jimmy DeMarco?
No, he'll pass out or bleed out before he ever quits. And,
in one hand, that's a blessing. In the other, you could consider it a curse. But it did bring him to the IWC Championship in one of the damnedest matches I ever saw back at a Call to Arms in December.
Well, yeah, it brought him to the championship. That attitude will take you to the ER real quick.
And McChesney was able to sense an opening, but took too much time. DeMarco sends McChesney again into that post.
He still can't put any weight on that knee. Oh, chop.
Oh, you heard the impact.
Oh, that was brutal.
And we've said it 100 times. This is a solid sports arena floor. There's no padding.
And there is covering to protect the floor, but not the athletes. Covered by McChesney for 2. That was all body on basketball floor.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
With that impact. And McChesney now, like the proverbial shark smelling blood, is going to exploit that injury, going to exploit that leg, that knee that was wrenched on the top turnbuckle.
DeMarco showing signs of fire. He's right there getting fired up right in the face with some punches by John McChesney.
DeMarco,
he gets the ropes.
Thankfully, DeMarco, very smart ring presence, very smart strategy, which DeMarco does have. It gets glossed over a lot and overlooked by his temper and his attitude, but certainly DeMarco knows what he's doing in between those ropes.
He certainly does. As you see, he held his leg until the 5 count, using the rules to his advantage. Very smart wrestling on the part of John McChesney.
And notice that Jimmy DeMarco was sent across this ring, but the knee buckled. DeMarco could not even support his own weight under the momentum he was under.
McChesney has slowly rendered his knee virtually useless.
Big League to say, you either have a target or you make a target. Big League made a target. And a smart move. It doesn't let Jimmy use any of his power, and it makes it a lot harder to get out of the way when Big League uses his speedier aerial maneuvers.
And right there it was. He knocked it there.
Turnbuckle missile drop kick, a McChesney specialty. And DeMarco again comes down favoring that knee. If you can't stand, you can't fight. And McChesney may make that a reality.
Jimmy DeMarco just grimacing in pain on the mat.
McChesney is a 4-time Super Indy champion, has never held the IWC title. And now this half Boston Crab, which not only puts torque on the back, but it wrenches that same knee once again. Will this new frame of mind lead to McChesney's first heavyweight championship reign in IWC? DeMarco again is able to get to the ropes. DeMarco may be prolonging the inevitable at this point. He's got to get some distance, some feeling back into that knee.
No doubt about that. Here he is, calling it out and then jobbing him hard in the chest.
Well, no one on this roster chopped harder than John McChesney. He has learned firsthand from the best.
I would not argue that.
Yeah, Joe and I have both witnessed.
And I got to point out that was a chop to the back, which is straight up disrespect by McChesney, and you saw how DeMarco responded with a headbutt.
Oh, we got a flurry now. Second win from DeMarco.
That back chop woke up DeMarco. No two ways about it. Jimmy DeMarco, the pain coursing through DeMarco's body, woke him up. Leading to this power slam. Can DeMarco do this? Tight hook? No.
Adrenaline is masking the pain right now with DeMarco. Really sensing victory right here.
Still favoring the knee, but willing himself back to his feet as DeMarco.
Irish. No, cuts him off. Big kick to the gut.
McChesney setting up for a TKO, a McChesney specialty.
Got all that.
That very well could do it. He's won titles with this, but it won't be the IWC title.
There's, like we said, there is no give up in Jimmy DeMarco. It's going to take a couple more of those because one's not going to do it.
McChesney with a knife edge one more time to set DeMarco up. This could be maybe the electric chair. No, something else in mind. McChesney likes to finish with that electric chair style driver. DeMarco, death grip on that top rope.
Oh, wow. Going way up top.
This will not end well. And McChesney takes the tumble.
It certainly did not. DeMarco, can he put pressure on that knee?
DeMarco, this is very dangerous, and he got crotched. The damage to the knee caused
2 minutes
DeMarco
gone by, 2 minutes.
to hesitate, and that gave McChesney the opening to crotch DeMarco and keep McChesney alive in this match. And DeMarco in pain, in agony, but he will not stop the traditional Jimmy DeMarco diatribe. Rana didn't get all of it, didn't get high enough, but got the takeover. That could have been enough here, and almost a count of 3.
Yeah, he hooked his shoulders enough with his feet to drag him all the way down to the mat.
Bonus mama.
Oh, stop it. Everybody's so mature around here. McChesney sent for the rider reversal, but DeMarco's had far more taken out of him thus far than Big League's done to go.
He's hitting the mommy daddy button.
Something about Big League earlier.
Oh! Oh my God.
It's not exactly Jake Roberts with the armbar in Franklin, but it'll work. Cover 2, near fall. DeMarco neutralizing his opponent in every sense of the word, and maybe setting up for the C4. If he hits it, McChesney will be history, but no.
Oh!
The kick caught. And a reverse C4. A reverse C4, but is it enough? No. McChesney to the rope, much like DeMarco had earlier. Oh no, we got company. 375 pounds of notorious Shane Taylor. Look at that! Or don't look at that. DeMarco letting us know what he thinks of Shane Taylor. McChesney's got the knocks. A duck. C4. This match is over. Wait, DeMarco holding the knucks.
No!
Wait, DeMarco never used the knucks. DeMarco never used the knucks. DeMarco was debating it, I'll give you that, to give a receipt for what McChesney did, but he didn't use them.
The ref calls it as he sees it. DeMarco should have been smart and tossed him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, as a result of a disqualification, Big League McChesney.
And the referee's decision is final. Not much Chuck can do about it. But Dean Radford out here. Dean Radford was watching on. He wants a piece of Shane Taylor. Is Shane Taylor part of this team Big League? God. We got chaos now.
And let's not forget, Shane Taylor wants a piece of Dean Radford just as much.
Children are scurrying right now. There's a crazy brawl going on.
And in the ring, McChesney caught DeMarco again with a kick. And the authority's gone.
Complete mayhem has just broken out right here.
DeMarco retains the title. We were robbed of getting to see DeMarco beat McChesney or hit McChesney with the knucks, unfortunately. But it looks like Big League is not done yet. And look at that! John Bolin! Bolin is here. And Bolin has stood by Jimmy DeMarco ever since his return.
Well, if there's anyone you want watching your back, it's John Bolin. Look at the size of him.
This guy is an absolute monster.
Winner of TNA's Gut Check Challenge.
And perhaps one of the most intimidating presences in IWC history ever since Bolin and DeMarco are standing tall. That man, Jimmy DeMarco, is still the IWC champion.
Oh! Oh!
No! The meltdown!
Oh my God.
The meltdown! What are are you doing, Bolin?
Well, it looks like we now know another member of Team Big League.
No.
Small time, huh? It's not about small time. It's about big league. Big league never travels alone. And I told you that last time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my newest asset, John Bolin.
Unreal.
It's all about big money, big times, making small guys like this pay for it. Thank you, Mr. Bolin. I told you, it's all about numbers. I have them. I know this punk down here doesn't have them. Hey, what's your favorite number, Jimmy? Huh? You got one? I bet you don't. 12 large, bitch.
Oh no! You know what that means? 12 large, Larry Sweeney's in the ring!
Sweeney's here! Sweeney's back! And Sweeney and Bolin!
Stop!
Bubba's out here to keep the peace.
Stop!
He needs to at this point.
Stop! This wasn't the plan. This wasn't the plan. Stop! Easy. Calm down. Listen to me. It's obvious the two of you want a piece of him. Is that right? You want a piece of him? And I'm guessing after that, you want a piece of them. I got an idea. Shut up. I got an idea. In August, at Caged Fury, inside the steel cage, it's Bolin in Big League against Jimmy DeMarco and not you.
What?
You see, no. Here's the deal. Listen, as the director of operations of IWC, you got issues, you got injuries, you got stuff, and I cannot allow you to wrestle. Although, since I do make decisions that's best for this business, I can make you the special enforcer for the match.
I'll take that.
But Jimmy DeMarco, I got a deal for you. You can pick anybody that you want. Anybody that you want. Anybody that you want that is not a part of the active roster at IWC. So you see, you got Bolin and Big League. You got a special enforcer. And you got Jimmy DeMarco and anybody you want who's not a part of the active roster.
That narrows it down.
Dangerous proposition.
Not
Does he
part
have
of
to
the
name
active
it now?
Anybody I want that's not a part of the active roster.
Anybody you want who's not a part of the active roster.
Hey, what are you doing August 21st? Chuck Roberts.
What?
No.
Whoa. I just want to make this clear. Come here, Chuck Roberts. Ease up, guys.
Chuck Roberts.
Stop. I'm going to find out.
Jimmy
I'm going to
DeMarco's
find out,
choice
Chuck.
to be the
Here's
special
your
partner.
microphone back. We'll turn it on. I just want to make sure you understand what just happened. As the director of operations, I made a match. It'll be Bolin Big League. It'll be Sweeney's as the enforcer against Jimmy DeMarco and anybody he wants as not part of the active roster, and he picked you. Listen, I told you this isn't about me, and you know it's not about you. Jimmy, look, I'm flattered by the offer, but I don't think anybody here would even think that and see me in the ring if you...
Fans rallying
What's wrong,
behind
Chuck?
Chuck Roberts.
What do you sit when you pee? He asked you if you sit when you pee. Hey, shut up, Bubba the Bull Dyke. You go back with them.
Chuck, me and Mary Sweeney have been locked up in some of the finest institutions in this country. So we'll train you what it's like to be an animal inside a cage. We'll help you on the way.
no, give me a slow yes. How about July 10th in Clearfield? You give me your answer then.
Yeah! He's a homophobe! Chuck can beat him by himself!
As much as I don't like you. Yeah, that's real funny. Do you think I should? What do you guys think? Do you think I should? How about this? I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no either. July 10th, I'll think about it. July 10th in Clearfield, you'll have your answer. Thank you. Gentlemen, please leave the ring. Please leave the ring. We've had enough of this for the night. Gentlemen, please leave the ring. By the way, John McChesney, the only way the title can change hands is pinfall or submission. Therefore, still the IWC World Heavyweight Champion, Jimmy DeMarco.
A very unique unfolding of events here. I'm not sure if Jimmy DeMarco, Chuck Roberts, or anybody realized what they're getting into here.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the finals of Super Indy 9. It is an elimination style triple threat match.
Elimination style, gentlemen, that means 2 falls to determine a winner in this matchup. There will be 2 pins or submissions. And now is crunch time. All 3 of these men have been through so much here tonight, but the toughest road is yet to be traveled. 3 men, 1 ring, 1 championship belt. Shiima Xion could be a Triple Crown champion. I can only think of Colt Cabana, Sterling James Keenan, who have won 2 championships, both singles championships. Imagine all 3. I'm not sure if anybody's done that.
Yeah, I was going through my records. As far as I can tell, no one's hit the Triple Crown yet here in IWC.
The good guy Azrieal, the East Coast standout, has had a career resurgence here in just 1 night. After an absence from IWC for over 2 years, Azrieal finds himself in the main event and potentially 2 falls away from the Super Indy Championship. Azrieal will have a definitive spot on this roster if he's successful one more time. Gargano's had so much taken out of him all night long. The whole shebang has made a major name for himself throughout this country in many top organizations. But the Super Indy title has eluded him for over a year now. Gargano could culminate that journey in this matchup. But what do any of these 3 men have left in their system?
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that I'd say the odds favor Azrieal just a little bit. He had a real competitive match earlier, but he also had a real short match at the beginning of the show, whereas Shiima had to go through 2 really tough matches, and Gargano went through hell.
Well, Azrieal trying to steal the belt already, that's not gonna work.
I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Shiima admiring himself.
And you know, now that I think about it, it has worked once before. People versus Sterling James Keenan.
Shiima Xion, Azrieal, Johnny Gargano, looking at the prize. One of these men will have their name attached to that championship before the end of this matchup. You may have to give a slight advantage to Azrieal here, as has been touched upon, based on him really not only winning by default in the first round. Shiima and Gargano went through hell.
Okay, let's put it on the line right now as this begins. Who do you see taking it?
Got to go with Azrieal. Has the advantage, has the momentum, has the motivation to get back into the company.
I'm also going to go with Azrieal, but Johnny Gargano, so much drive in that young man. I really think he could also be the winner.
And here's where you're both insane. Clearly, Shiima Xion, as is showing right now, well, was showing right now, clearly the odds-on favorite to take this.
Oh, that was a fantastic counter right there in the backslide. Big diamond cutter.
Shiima has wanted this title more than the other two combined. It's going to be his drive and desire that takes him to the end.
Very
And
debatable.
now that I think about it, makes him would make him the first Triple Crown winner.
Watch Azrieal. Tope to the outside, the suicide. God, no one can question that Shiima has been fighting for the championship longer. But as far as who wants it more, it's really difficult to figure out. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Whoever wants it more will be the last man standing.
And Shiima Xion, no slouch in this tournament. 2 very hard-fought matches, 2 dominating victories. Oh, that was a dominating dropkick right to his mush.
Shiima overcame the 2 Chikara standouts. Azrieal overcame the Super Indie Innovator and the Extreme Underdog. Gargano survived Logan, Shulo, and also survived the Prince. All 3 of these men had a rough road to get to this level. Watch Azrieal.
Azrieal is looking absolutely awesome so far in this match. 2 count only.
The smart strategy here is going to have to be to blend into the background. It may not be the most offensive strategy, and Gargano, whether it's by choice and will or by necessity, is doing that right now by not being in the ring. If you can make yourself disappear until the first fall, that increases your odds.
He's actually using Larry's strategy. Let them beat each other up, and you get a breather outside.
Well, hey, Sweeney's not a former 2-time Super Indie champion for nothing. He's very calculated, very resourceful, a very cerebral athlete.
And we're seeing Gargano get up.
As went for that double stomp to the head.
Try to get one of them out of there early.
Oh! Double super kick!
Goodbye. Azrieal has been taken out of the equation momentarily. Shiima Xion.
Another super kick!
Johnny Gargano.
3rd super kick.
Big insecurity.
Bottom line is all 3 men want an advantage right now, but nobody's getting one. And there you see that hostile makeover. Drops Azrieal face first. Uniquely, you could have an early elimination.
Both finishes. That gotta be it.
And what? It was, but notice Shiima. Gargano could have had that pinfall, but Shiima slipped in the back door because he wants to be the guy to eliminate Azrieal.
Because he wants it, which is what I said.
Ladies and gentlemen, Azrieal is eliminated.
When you're hungry, you don't care where the steak's sitting. You go and you take it. You don't have that killer instinct, Joe. You don't understand.
That momentary few seconds could have cost him the fall. It's all about Shima's ego.
It's yes. It's Shima's ego that is driving him to the belt.
But let's give it up for Azrieal. A tremendous performance here, advancing all the way to the finals in this unique 3-way matchup. Azrieal, I think, has earned the respect of everybody here and a future look by IWC management.
Absolutely. Everyone here respects him. We respect him. Gargamel respects him. But now it comes down to those 2 in the ring.
This right here is the future of wrestling, in my opinion. Shiima Xion, Johnny Gargano. It is on. Big forearm.
I believe Gargano's 22 and Shima's 23. The youth movement of IWC on display for the Super Indie title. Uniquely you, countered.
Both men very...
Gargano with that mid-move adjustment. Out-quickening Shiima.
Unbelievable.
And the mid-ring collision. One man can regain this championship, or one man will gain it for the very first time.
Each guy knows the other guy's moves. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. And right there, we got a double clothesline, and now it's all about who can get to their feet first. And of course, they're both to their feet at the same time.
Exchange of knife head chops as once again, neither man is backing down. The past near 3 hours of work leads to this. Months of training lead to this. The first mistake could be the end.
Finley roll, countered.
And there's that crossface we touched on earlier. Shiima has been perfecting a crossface, which will tear at the neck, the shoulder, the arm, the entire upper body of Gargano is screaming in pain right now. Gargano may have to tap away the Super Indie title.
Oh, I thought that was it.
I noticed that the left arm of Gargano trapped in the crossface.
And what a vicious crossface that is. The power of Shiima Xion. All that time in the gym, all those curls right there.
Shiima risking disqualification there, 4.9 and then some before the break in the rope.
Smart wrestling, taking advantage of those rules. He's got till 5.
Shiima, look out! Gargano baited him in. The spear, the long pass for 2.
Big time Superman spear from Johnny Gargano.
And Shiima, smart, getting to the outside. Getting a chance to catch his breath after that shot to the midsection.
Absolutely true. But Gargano staying on his man. And we saw this exchange a bit earlier on in the tournament. Didn't end well for either of those athletes. Who will come out in the winning hand here? Oh, Gargano slips through the legs, and Shiima hits face first, where metal meets wood on that ring apron.
Went for that rope assisted clothesline. Shiima scouted that one.
Look out, and Gargano got dropped.
Brainbuster on the ring apron.
Head first, and that's not going to do Gargano any favors. And the landing on the floor was just as awkward.
Not a lot of drop on it, but it put him to. He already had his neck bent down. And,
an elevated crystal pistol. You're right, it wasn't a lot of drop, but it was sure as hell a lot of drive.
Slingshot from the inside of the ring, outside with that crystal.
And that planted Gargano face first again into this covered but not protected floor.
And that's 2 rough shots to the head and neck.
Yeah, that's an unforgiving ring apron. That is the hardest part of the ring, according to many people I've talked with.
Gargano's got to be out of it. This has got to be it. Shiima Xion, Triple Crown. I cannot believe Gargano, through whatever instinct or resourcefulness he may have, was able to survive.
I can't believe that these idiots would applaud someone from Cleveland over Steel City's own Shiima Xion.
Oh, Shima's not from Pittsburgh, he's Filipino. Get out of here.
But he is Pittsburgh's own. Oh,
the knees in the corner. And Gargano in a catapult. No, Shiima counts. Lost to dust. Lost to dust.
Oh, that's got to be it.
Shiima, can he have them? Now again.
2 count only.
And look at that again. The facial expression. The eyes are the window to the soul. And right now, Shima's eyes are nothing but shock.
Again, drop down onto his head. How many more shots like this can Johnny Gargano take?
We may have already surpassed that number. Gargano may not be healthy for weeks, but he's still fighting because that's what the Super Indy title means.
Good hard shot to the gut. Oh.
Gargano tried to Oh no. Look out! Oh my God. Face first, ring post, done.
Oh my God.
Just a spear toss right into steel.
Forget the cosmetics, forget the model looks, forget the face. That can end this in a heartbeat.
I gotta say, we all know that Johnny Gargano has a vicious streak in him. We've seen it. I didn't think we'd see him pulling it out tonight. I'm impressed. I am impressed.
Yeah, that vicious streak certainly on display right there. That's one of the sickest things I've ever seen. He's got to roll him into the ring away from the ropes and try to get the pinfall right now.
And that's how bad he wants this. Gargano's been on the defensive for so long. Is this enough? No. Shiima, credit to him. The Super Indy Championship means money, means spotlight, means matches, means international tours. And that's what Shiima wants from this. He wants to once again be recognized as one of the best, and again, vaulted face first. Gargano can barely stand, but he will fight. Uniquely true.
He's beaten men with this earlier in the tournament.
That's done. No.
An impressive hook with those legs, getting the weight right over Shima's shoulders. I really thought that could have been, that was 3 right there.
Shiima Xion, for all the bragging, for all the outspokenness of him, he's absolutely living up to all of his words tonight.
And it's only a matter of time before one of these athletes hits their breaking point. You can sense it. They're running on fumes. They're pulling out the big moves, the game changers, the signature maneuvers to end this thing quick before they black out.
Clutching right now. Big super kick, my God! Incredible.
Phenomenal mid-ring exchange. There's nothing we could add to this. Gargano got the advantage in the short term, but the long term may depend on who can will themselves to their feet.
This is just unbelievable right now.
Gargano catches himself. Spear again. Oh! Crossface!
And that is not where Johnny Gargano wants to be with all of those shots to the head. He's been dropped how many times?
This has got to be it.
Arm is already
He
damaged.
almost tapped.
We've seen Super Indy's end with athletes passing out of the pain. But Gargano reverses, but only temporarily.
He rolls right back into it.
Purging the member Super Indy 5, Delirious won by making his opponent pass out. This could be more of the same tonight.
Shiima is yanking back as hard as he can. Look at the determination on his face.
Every tendon may be torn, but Gargano will not tap out.
Oh my God.
It's over!
Shiima Xion, the winner.
I believe Gargano passed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the Super Indy 9 Championship Tournament, Shiima Xion.
Unbelievable run for Shiima Xion in the 2010 Super Indy.
6 years from Shiima Xion's first bid in Super Indy. Shiima Xion is now the champion, but Johnny Gargano, much like we just touched upon, Farnsworth, did not give up, passed out from the pain.
He did not quit.
First of all, get him out of my ring. This is my moment.
Again, the spotlight, the prestige, all on Shiima.
Well, he's right. It is his moment.
It is true, but
He's earned it,
a
but
little respect, please. Gargano's earned something here. We gotta wake Gargano up first, by the by. Gargano knocked out of the pain.
This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. First of all,
Watch that injured arm.
first of all, I want to give this man credit. This man, Johnny Gargano, is the future of professional wrestling.
no arguments here.
Real talk.
No respect.
About the best endorsement we can hope for from Shiima.
And if he's the future, Shiima just beat the future of pro wrestling.
That makes Shiima the present.
You know, I've accomplished a lot of milestones in the short time I've been in professional wrestling. I've won the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. I've won the IWC Tag Team titles. And now that I have reached another dream of mine and won the Super Indy title, that makes me the first ever Triple Crown champion in IWC history.
Absolutely correct. Congratulations, champ.
And this is not Shiima Xion that says, this is Michael Parrish saying this. The only person that I want to share this moment with is the man,
This is very
the
hard.
man who trained me, the man that broke me into the wrestling industry, the current Super Indy champion, Super Hentai, please come out here.
Well, it's time for the traditional presentation of the Super Indy Championship. And how must Hentai feel? Taken out of this tournament through a mysterious masked assailant. Hentai never pinned for this championship, but doing the right thing and surrendering it to the man that went all the way and won the tournament. Hentai's a man of honor, a man of dignity and respect. And Hentai knows he has seen, on this night at least, the best man.
Standing ovation, what a moment. Trainer and student embracing.
You stole that belt! You stole it! Hey!
Shut up, Sandman!
He never tapped! He never tapped! He never tapped!
Some of the fans taking issue with
Thank you.
for this tournament,
Thank
but
you, Hentai. Thank you so
Shiima
much.
is the champion.
This is a huge honor for me. This is definitely one of the biggest moments in my wrestling career. But
You stole it!
I have something to say. Please. Right.
Stole that belt!
That's a mystery solve.
Hey, wait a second.
This title has defined your entire career. This title
Hey.
defined your whole career. Super Hentai, it's people like you. It's people all over the Pittsburgh independent wrestling scene. It's people all over the entire independent wrestling scene, just like you, that make me sick. You think winning a local title like this actually matters? You think this makes your career significant? Yeah, maybe in your Pittsburgh bubble, but outside of Pittsburgh, nobody even knows who you are. And that's pathetic, because you had potential. You could have gone somewhere. And let me tell you what, in the old IWC, you won the first Super Indie tournament. Your name was synonymous with this company, IWC. Well, guess what? It's past your prime, because this is the new IWC. And I won the first Super Indie tournament in the new IWC.
Shiima certainly had it coming to him. A hideous display by Shiima Xion. And we got a fight here. The locker room is empty to get control. How dare Shiima Xion disrespect everything that Hentai embodies? Disrespect the most prestigious event of the year for IWC, a title that's been worn by so many prominent athletes.
I wear this mask to symbolize that I am the new Hentai of IWC, and I cost you your match to make sure that you didn't disgrace this tournament and disgrace this title more than you already have. This title, let's face it, it's lost all of its credibility. And now that I am the new Super Indie champion, I will reinvent this entire division, because I can, Hentai, and I dare you, I'm begging you to try and stop me.
Wrong words for Shiima Xion.
Pathetic. I'm embarrassed. I'm disgusted. I am ashamed to say that you've trained me.
Shiima Xion has literally and figuratively spit on Super Hentai's very identity.
I think there's only one thing to do about this. August 21st, right back here at the Court Time Sports Center, it's going to be Shiima Xion defending the Super Indie title against Super Hentai in a steel cage. What do you think? If you want it, Bubba can't say no, we'll make it happen. Fans, we got two things. Don't go anywhere right now. I got something real big. I got something big and special. I really do. I want you to stick around. I picked this night here for all of you because I want you to be here with me for this. First thing foremost, pull out those 50-50 tickets. Kristen, come on in here. Let's hear it for Kristen. We want to give away some money here. Ooh. Kristen, come on in here. Kristen, you did such a nice job. You did such a nice job, Chris. Okay, Kristen, why don't you go ahead and why don't you pull this? Let's say pull out that winning ticket. Here you go. Okay, and by the way, there are 2 prizes here tonight, so don't leave on this one. Okay, winning 50-50 ticket number is 348306. 348306. Who has it? My man, right there. Kristen, do you want to go, or here? My man, 306, let me check here. Oh, no, you didn't have to come over here. I don't like you that much. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. 30, he got it. All right, let's hear it for him. Kristen, go on over. Hang on a second here. Hang on a second.
Someone forgot to win the prize money.
No, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Next one. I get this ticket number. Last 4 digits, 495. Last 4 digits, 495.
That's 3 digits, Chuck.
What did I say? I apologize. Last 4 digits, 8495. Last 4. Who has it? Who's got it? Who has it? She has it. Look at this. Oh, you have the winning ticket. You're the winning ticket. Come on up here. Come on up here. I'm gonna see. I can't tell who it is. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Hey. Watch it. Watch it. I don't know if this is any coincidence or not, but this is my girlfriend, Dana. Let's hear it. How about this?
Oh my God, that's great.
Hey, big guy here, could you please help this lady?
I will cut the lights on this.
Why don't you come all the way around the ring over here? Okay, why don't you come all the way around? Why don't you come all the way around?
She wanted to stay with me last night.
Come on up in here. Be nice. Go ahead. Yeah, go under. Yes, go on. Where's the camera? Look at it. Look at this beautiful lady. You do have the winning ticket, don't you? You got the winning ticket. Did you think I would bring you all the way in here? I could give you a cash prize, but I'm not going to give you a cash prize. Okay? I'm not going to do that. In fact, you get this.
Hey, Chuck,
Listen to you guys. Listen. I brought you in the ring because you won something. You won a big prize, okay? It's perhaps maybe the biggest prize that I could possibly give to you. I picked tonight, and I've been picking tonight for a long night because I know you think maybe this has taken a long, long time, okay? However, I got to tell you a couple things. When I turned 30 years old, I was fortunate enough to have the inside feeling that it was time for me. It was time for me to find someone.
Don't do it, Chuck.
And when I met you at Carl's and Stacy's, I didn't know then what I knew a short while thereafter, and that was you are the most beautiful, strongest, the most compassionate, and loving person I've ever met in my entire life. Outside of you being the way that you are with me and putting up with me, and I got to tell you folks, this is a lot to put up with, you know? There's a lot of time, effort, and energy goes into this, but you do that. But the bottom line is, outside of all that, even if you never met me, you were the most strong woman I've ever met in my entire life. And when I met you, and I got to know that little goofball Vinny over there, who I love dearly, okay, because I do, there's one thing that I know that I want to do, and that is spend the rest of my life with you. Okay? So, but if you get a second, I hope there's something in here, right? So, oh wait, I think I have to do it this way, right? Okay. I love you more than anything in this world. and you would make me the happiest man in front of 250 people. If you would please do me the honor, and please marry me. Now, I hate to be the announcer now, but I gotta put the mic in front of you. I have to give her some mic lessons, but she did say yes. I gotta tell you that. She said yes. Well, baby doll, thank you. I love you.
Hold up a second. We can't end the show with romantic stuff like this. Now, I'm very happy for you, congratulations, but you've been challenged. You've been challenged by someone in the back, and after she said yes, you better have some damn good dance moves because someone has challenged you to a dance-off.
Yeah!
Come on, stop. So I'll steal your line for you. Thank you and have a good night, everybody.